Minnesota is currently using mostly coal, natural gas, and nuclear energy resources to create power. Our production plan would be that Minnesota's baseload is currently being fulfilled mainly through coal and nuclear power plants. The 4,000 watts produced by coal would be completely replaced by nuclear power. 4 new 1 gigawatt nuclear power plants would be built. The 5,800 peak load power created by natural gas would be replaced through existing hydroelectric and the construction of around 3,000 new 2 megawatt wind turbines.
Minnesota currently satisfies around 25% of its power through 2 nuclear plants. 4 new 1 gigawatt plants would need to be created in order to completely replace coal. These plants would be located on major waterways such as the Minnesota or Mississippi River. Advantages are that nuclear power is carbon-free, very space efficient, and fuel is very cheap and efficient. While the disadvantages are public fear and extremely high upfront costs for the construction of nuclear plants, as well as radioactive waste, of course. Nuclear generation is able to be improved through the implementation of breeder reactors. These reactors produce more fissionable material than they consume. They essentially allow us to get more fuel as output than input. The reason why these reactors are not currently used is that they produce plutonium-239. Plutonium-239, or Pu-239, is weapons grade and could be used to produce a nuclear fission bomb. The U.S. breeder reactor program was shut down due to these exact fears. But if the program could be restarted, significantly more efficient reactors could be built. Our plan could only be improved with the inclusion of this technology. The advantages are that they produce less nuclear waste and produce more energy per fuel unit, while they are more expensive to construct and produce potential bomb material.
For wind power, we will need 3,000 more wind turbines, and those will go in northern Minnesota. We need these to produce 5,800 more megawatts, and industrial grade wind turbines make about 2 megawatts each. They also take up about 1.5 acres each, so we will need 4,500 more acres of land for all the wind turbines. Positives of wind power is that it is cheap compared to other renewable energy sources. It's clean and carbon-free. The wind turbines are scalable and easy to build and efficient. Some negatives could be that they take up a lot of space, there's noise pollution, and they need lots of maintenance.
Another technology in our plan is hydroelectricity. Out of all the other technologies, it is least utilized. Even though this is part of our plan, we will not be adding any additional facilities or power produced since it's not necessary. We believe that the 11 facilities that are built and the 120 megawatts of power that is produced in Minnesota will be enough for our plan. Some pros is that it doesn't create any air pollution or greenhouse gases, and some cons is that it may cause flooding and destroy ecosystems. Again, since we aren't adding any more facilities, there will be no additional cost to the plan.
For cost for our project, wind power would cost roughly $3.5 million per turbine, and with 3,000 more turbines being built, it would cost $10.5 billion just for wind power. For hydroelectric, it will be no additional cost since we won't be building any more facilities. We'll just be using the 11 hydroelectric facilities we already have. For nuclear power, it will cost $5 billion for each new facility. So in total, it will cost $20 billion for the 4 nuclear power facilities we will be building.
Our plan is good because it is simple. It focuses on a few proven energy solutions and uses them widely. Solutions like solar are too variable in their production, and batteries are not reliable enough to store the needed amount of energy, while wind and nuclear have worked and still work very well. Wind is a very affordable and scalable energy solution, while nuclear is very efficient on fuel and land use, and hydroelectricity will allow for peak load production. The most important part is that our plan, while being expensive, would be far cheaper than fixing the consequences of widespread climate change.